Me is Rafe Heydel-Mankoo, who's a co-editor of Burke's World Orders of Knighthood and Merit. What do you think? Is it a good idea to have a special honours list, presumably with a lot of names on it for the Olympics and the Paralympics?
Well, I can understand the desire to celebrate such a great triumphal victory of Team GB, but at the same time, I don't think it's wise at all to create this sense of expectation that winning in the Olympics will mean you'll get an honour. We don't operate a win one medal, get one free system in this country. It hasn't been the system in the past. All of the gold medalists have received a gold medal, and that is the honour that they have received for doing their job. And furthermore, Royal Mail have issued first-class stamps unprecedentedly with each of their faces on it. So I think that should be sufficient. Sir Matthew Pinson, Sir Stephen Redgrave, they got their knighthoods after 4 or 5 Olympics, and not only sporting achievement, but work in the voluntary sector. So the honour system is not about honouring a single achievement, but a lifetime of work in various areas.
But you see, this really cuts to the question, doesn't it? Do you get an honour for performing an important role with distinction, which might include someone winning at the Olympics, or it might include someone becoming, you know, ambassador to America, or it might include someone serving for a number of years in the cabinet? Or should an honour be for something really extraordinary and altruistic?
Well, in 2004, 2 major reviews were put into place to try and shake up the honours system. And so since 2005, honours haven't been tied automatically to certain appointments. It looked like that with yesterday's announcement of the knighthoods going to several ministers, and that was quite unfortunate to see. But there has been a break, so ambassadors will no longer automatically get knighthoods.
Yeah, but I mean, the bloke who went out as ambassador in Washington or Paris is probably going to get
You'll find that in China, India and Pakistan, ambassadors haven't got knighthoods there. This has been a real dramatic change over the last few years.
But should it be? Because, I mean, these are people, I mean, take ambassadors, and the same goes for people who win the Olympics. These are people who get to the very top of their profession, who are serving their country or their country's reputation. I mean, why shouldn't they more or less automatically get honours?
Well, the argument is really exceptional service and exceptional achievement, and so people are now expecting ambassadors to actually do things.
The gold medal is exceptional, isn't it?
It's a once-in-a-lifetime event, though. It's not a lifetime of service. And so I think of all of those Olympians from previous Olympics. If we look at 2008, the medal haul for the Paralympics was very similar to the one that we have now. And how fair is it for them to think that they haven't been honoured, whereas the Olympiads of today have been honoured? So I think it's much better to look at the long story and look to see what that person has done to inspire and motivate other people, other young people who are coming up through there in sports.
Now, you were critical of, actually they weren't cabinet ministers, they were mostly long-serving junior ministers or middle-ranking ministers who were moved aside and got knighthoods. But isn't there a sense in which actually, the reason why those appointments are criticised is because public opinion is probably not very excited about those, and certainly recent governments, including the current government, want the honour system to be popular.
Absolutely, and it is much more popular. There are 3,000 awards made every year, which we have to remember. The vast majority of those go to the unsung heroes, volunteers on the local level, education, health, science and technology. The media always focus on the 1 or 2 famous names. That guarantees front-page headlines and a way to actually give attention to other less famous people. But at the same time, I think it was rather tactless to make the announcement now, rather than wait till the honours list came out later on.
I mean, do you think the honour system matters?
I think so. By rewarding people, you encourage others, and I think a lifetime of service does merit rewards. Every country in Europe, save for Ireland and Switzerland, have an honours system, and every culture in the world has a system by which we honour. If we do away with the honours, why not do away with the BAFTAs and the Royal Television Society Awards?
Thank you very much indeed.
And on Monday, Sky News will be live all day as Britain's Olympians and Paralympians parade